What's up? I'm Meg.
I'm Law.
And we're somebody's unhinged sister. It's Hardy Day. We're going to Hardy tonight. I cannot wait. I'm super excited. What song do you think he will open with?
So I actually already know because I found his set list.
Oh, God.
What song do you think he'll open with?
Okay. What decade are we? Is it old Hardy, new Hardy?
New.
New.
Mm-hmm. He starts with New Hardy and ends with an old Hardy song. So I guess those two.
See, I had it backward. I had that completely flipped in my head. I thought he would end with Quit.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would have thought too.
Is he opening with Quit?
Mm-hmm.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
That's so bold to me.
Yeah.
I feel like that's so bold.
And the ending song was not one I thought he was going to end
Okay,
on. Like,
wait.
it's not one I would have guessed.
Is it on the radio? Or is
no.
it's in my radio?
Yeah.
Hype or slow?
Kind of like in the middle.
middle?
Like, it's not a slow song, but it's not one of his like super hype songs.
Him by himself, or does he sing it with multiple artists on the track?
Just him.
Just him?
Yeah.
And it's older?
Yeah. But it's very like, I'm Hardy. It's just who I am.
It's not Mockingbird.
Mm-mm.
That's got to be in the middle. I don't know. Tell me.
Unapologetically country. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
That's
so
just not one I would have thought.
though.
I thought he would have ended on like a super hype one, and that's not super hype. I mean, it's
not.
like an upbeat song.
It's great, but yeah, that doesn't seem like an ender.
Yeah.
An ender.
An ender.
Is that a thing?
But I guess I kind of get it because it is like a very like,
yeah, because
I'm Hardy.
He
It's
doesn't
who I
care.
am.
Yeah.
Oh, this is how we're gonna end the show.
Love him.
Yeah. So I'm so
okay.
excited.
That literally just threw me because I had it. Well, I didn't have that one even on my radar, but
Yeah.
I had it completely the other way around. It was like he's gonna end with Quit.
Right.
Obviously.
That's what I would have thought. Yeah.
Ugh, look at us not knowing him.
I've been listening to the set list like in order, so I can be
Have
like
you?
ready. Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me anymore.
Okay.
I don't want to know. I want to be so taken aback and surprised when. Oh, what if he doesn't do it? Don't tell me.
Okay.
If he doesn't play radio song, my soul may actually leave my body.
I always, before like pretty much any show I go to,
Do
I already
you?
know the set list because I like to like
To
be
know.
prepared.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, I'm the opposite. I want to be surprised, but also at the same time, I'm like, if he doesn't play like the 3 songs that actually send me, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. See, that's what I like to know because I always have my favorites that I want to hear
Oh,
live, and I'm
no.
like, I have to know that they're gonna.
Am I gonna be upset?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So radio song is on the set list.
Yeah. Do we know who's
Hopefully.
opening?
I forgot, but I can tell you right now, actually.
Because I need to like listen to some
I
of
need-
their
I
songs.
need to get prepared.
Yeah. Well, because like
Who's opening?
I always feel bad when I don't know opener songs because like I don't know. I feel like being an opener and people not really knowing your music is like.
That is sad.
Yeah, it's like disappointing for them. So like I like to, not that they can see me all the way back
Right,
on the
yeah,
line,
they don't
but
care
I
about
want them
us.
I'm there for
Oh,
you.
Kit Moore, Travis Denning, and Ella Langley.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah. So Ella is the new girl I've been listening to.
Yeah.
She has duets with
Cameron Marlowe.
and someone else, I think. I think she has another duet. Maybe I'm wrong. But either way, I like her a lot. What does Kit Moore sing?
I was about to say I love Kit Moore. There's
But
one.
what does he sing? I love his name.
What's the one about like I
I'm
showed
looking
her
it
and
up.
she showed me? The song about the back seat, like hooking up in the back seat. That's Kit Moore, and I love that song.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have no idea. It was on something about a truck. Oh, I do know that something about a truck. I didn't
Yeah.
know that was him. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it's called Back Seat or something like that. He's talking about the two of us in the back seat. I showed
I
her
have
and
no
she showed
idea.
me. It's like the first time he saw a girl's boobs or something like that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I feel like we say boobs at least once an episode.
We have to say boobs at least once an episode. Speaking of, so I watched Bridgerton. I can't say that. Bridgerton.
I've only seen episode 1 of the new season.
The new season?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not going to give any spoilers because it just came out. But wait, episode 1 of part 1?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I was
that's
waiting until they were all out so I could
that's
like
smart.
binge.
But Nicola, whatever, that plays the main character. What's her name? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Penelope.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, so there is a nude scene
Uh-huh.
coming up. You'll see it. We just went from Hardy to Bridgerton. Just like that. There's a nude scene, and like she was at an interview thing and people were asking her questions, and somebody was like, how does it make you feel doing a nude scene? Basically being like, since you are I guess she would be considered plus size, though I find that dumb.
Right.
I feel like that's so stupid to even category, like to put people in that category. But it felt really shallow to me that somebody would ask her that, and really like super rude actually.
Yeah, that is rude.
And like, how did you feel doing the scene? And she was like something about I like being, like a person people can look up to, blah blah. And it's not easy being a part of the community of perfect breast. And it was so funny because like at first you were like, oh, she's really gonna get deep into this, and then she's like, but having perfect breasts is like not easy or whatever she said. And it was so funny. I was like, good, because that person should not have asked that question in the first place.
Right.
So I'm glad that she like made a joke out of it.
Do you know how old she is?
She's like 40 almost.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I've seen like a TikTok and it was talking about like the character's age versus in real life. And when it said she was 37, my jaw like dropped. Yeah. I was like, there's no way.
See,
that's
I've
crazy.
known her since Dairy Girls.
I forget she was on Dairy Girls.
She's hilarious on there. I mean, that's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, I didn't even register that was like the same person.
Her. Yep. And I just watched another show. I have this later on my list. I'm on a TV kick. I get on, sometimes I don't watch TV for months, literally don't even turn it on, except for Frasier at night. But I've been on like a little limited series kick lately. And I watched, what is it called? Fool Me Once.
I haven't seen
on
that
Netflix. It just came out this year. It's on Netflix. It's like 8 episodes. Literally so good. And I need you to watch it so we can discuss. Okay. Because it had me on the edge of my seat. It's a murder mystery. It's not gory. It's not like jump scare. It's just very like psychological. I thought I had it figured out. I was like, obviously this person did it. It's completely wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah. So please watch that so we can discuss it. But where was I going with that? It's British also. That was going. Oh, she dated a guy that was in that show.
The girl that plays Penelope.
Yeah. Dated one, and he has like the biggest lips I've ever seen on a man. And it just was really weird because I was like looking up her information or whatever because I have to Google all the actresses and actors in shows.
Right.
And it popped up with his picture, and I was like, why are you popping up? I just watched you yesterday. And they had dated apparently. He was on Dairy Girls too, but I can't figure out who he was. It says he was Philip, but who was Philip?
Yeah.
That wasn't the main best friend, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I also don't know who
I can't remember. About. Yeah. Well, the guy, there was a guy in the group.
Yeah.
What's her name's cousin that like moved in.
Yeah.
But his name wasn't Philip.
I can't remember.
It wasn't. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, watch Fool Me Once.
I've seen it on there, but I haven't clicked it. But Love Island just started back, so that's going to be my life for the next. Oh my god, it's so good.
Are you watching the American one?
Yeah, it's like new episodes are like there's been 3 come out so far, but they come out like almost every night. And this season, like the first episode, like I watched the first one and I was like, this is going to be the best season yet. What does it come on? Peacock. Okay. Or like I think it comes on normal TV, but if you don't have normal TV, nobody does anymore.
No one does. My parents do, but I don't think they actually watch it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone streams. Also, if I sound disgusting, it's because I feel disgusting and I have a Zyrtec hangover. Didn't know that was a thing, but it is. So
I have the formaldehyde flu.
That's insane to me that that's even a thing. And every time I hear that word, is that what you put in like the jars with like the dead animals?
I think so.
What? It is. Because you like pickle them.
Yeah.
And I think of Cassidy with that kitten.
Does she have a formaldehyde kitten?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't.
I just outed her on a podcast. Sorry. Yeah, she does.
Never knew that.
Yeah. So a cat came in. My voice just stopped working. A cat came in. A cat came in to get spayed apparently at her job. I'm not gonna say where it is. And it had little kittens in it, and they had to get them out, and so she kept one in a jar.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's that. I thought she was completely normal until she told me that story. And then she goes into what else that she has in jars. I'm like, oh,
you're one of those girlies.
She has a toe from an animal.
Ew,
her
what
animal.
What kind of animal? Oh, like
her dog.
A dog.
Yeah. So maybe it's like the dude called some kind of toe. She has in a jar, and something else that I was like, why? Oh, one of her dogs, like some kind of stone it had. Like, why do you have this? But she does, and she's getting a shelf made. I love her so much. She's gonna hate me.
Yeah. The closest I've ever got to anything like that is like I've considered buying, the bats that are like in cases because I love bats so much. Yeah. But I've never, because I'm also like,
Jake, that was so weird when I brought it. Well, Vic got it for me. I'd like randomly in passing was like, because you know how my brain just will make my mouth say the most off the wall things with no context. Like I just think it and I say it. And I was like, I would love a taxidermy bat. And then the next thing I know, I have one showing up at my house. And it's like, I have it in my workshop and it's the cutest little thing. But Jake was like, that's super weird. I was like, I mean, yeah.
I think they're cute. When Colin was in rehab and we used to go be able to like pick him up and take him out in town in Asheville, there's one store in Asheville. It's like a crystal store, but they had a bunch of them and they had like a little, I guess like an albino, like it was a white bat.
That's super cool.
It was so cute. And it was like little, it was cute.
Mine's a boy. Never really thought about that before until having one in a frame.
Does it have like a little penis?
Yeah. I'm guessing that's what it is. I can't make it make sense any other way. And I was like, oh, it's a boy.
Yeah.
So
He's a boy.
He's cute. So yeah, there's that. That just took a turn. Okay, so we just went to Music Fest, as most of you know, if you watched if you stay on social media or if you saw our YouTube. And we have a couple questions from our Facebook community. What was your favorite set?
I feel like obviously Carrie Underwood. Okay, let's talk about day 4 because on the vlog we only got to do the first 3 days. We never got to day 4. So
that's a good leadway into day 4.
Yes.
Carrie Underwood. Never in my life have I experienced anything like it.
It was insane.
It was crazy.
I like wasn't even like super excited going in because like
either.
I like Carrie like when I was younger and like before
middle school.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't. It's not like I listened to her a whole lot.
Yeah.
But I was like, it'll be cool to see her. Like, she's iconic.
Full disclosure, didn't know she had new songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Oh.
She looked insane. People were cheering and like hollering for her legs. Anytime they showed her legs on camera, everybody was like, yeah.
Did you notice though after that happened? Because it was like the first time it showed her legs like up close.
Yeah.
They stopped doing it.
Did they?
Yeah.
I still
they started like
they did like
showing
full
her
body.
legs. Yeah, like full. Yeah, like. Up close. Like they would do full body but was like far away, like they would pan out. So it was just showing her walking. But literally after they did like that first initial like kind of pan up her body, which makes me want to throw up thinking about someone doing that to me.
Yeah.
They stopped.
Yeah.
And they were doing like 3/4 length. And I was like,
they're like, look, we gave the people what they wanted.
Now we gotta go back to normal.
Yes.
Yeah. But I did notice that. Who else I can't even think of who else played that day.
That was the Lee Bryce day. No, it wasn't.
Lee Bryce was amazing though.
Yeah.
No, Lee Bryce was Gavin's day, right? So that was Wallen.
God, who was before Carrie? Parmalee, right?
We missed them. Lady A.
That's Lady who it was. Yeah.
And we've seen them. You've seen them twice before, so now 3 times.
Yeah.
We saw them in like 2016, 15, 16. They were good. I thought Hillary sang more than she did.
Yeah. I guess
it seemed it was. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But it seemed more like his songs this go round, which was odd to me. Not odd, but I just never really thought about it. Because when I think Lady A, I think Hillary Scott. Who else was that?
Yeah. Well, there's this band that I found on TikTok. One, because they're hilarious, and 2, they're like cool. They're like, I guess like Southern rock. They're like more rock country, but they were at the same time as Lady A, and we like kind of planned to, but they were all the way on the other side of where we were standing, and like it was just so many people and getting kind of back and forth, just like, I was like, we'll miss them this go round.
I think next year we need, even if like the whole group doesn't want to go, because I mean we're big girls, we can do it by ourselves.
Right.
I think we should try to see some of the people during the day, because I feel like I miss Diamond Rio, because I completely forgot they were going to be there, and they're iconic. Would have loved to have seen them and completely forgot. And there's like a couple like smaller bands or like old school bands that played during the day. I feel like we should like next year try to go at least see a couple before like,
especially if we're walking distance again, because we literally, our hotel is a 3-minute walk.
Yeah. It felt like, well, walking back always sucked because your feet are like the worst shape ever. But yeah, it didn't feel like it took long to walk there at all this year, which I guess last year it's kind of the same because we parked where we stayed this year. So
right.
But just getting there last year felt like a whole feat.
Yeah. Well, that's like the whole, like, because if you like when you're a drive away and you want to go during the day, you have to drive there, deal with all the traffic, drive back. But yeah, I think
if we can stay close, I would love to go like more during the day stuff. And because we've never really been during the day, so we don't even know like what that vibe is even like.
Yeah.
So what if we met famous people?
Right.
Okay.
It poured rain on
it did.
So Carrie did a cover of Welcome to the Jungle. It was insane. And right at the end of that, the bottom like just dropped out and then went straight into Before He Cheats, which is what I feel like we were waiting for. Everybody was waiting for.
She did that to us on purpose. Because even Law was like, is she gonna end on a cover?
I was like, there's no, like, you cannot end your show on a cover.
But I thought she was about to. I was like, I think she might be.
Yeah, because it was like literally.
It went dark.
Yeah, it went dark. It was like the very, like, her time was up at that point. Like,
it was, because I even for a second was like, surely not. Surely she's not. I mean, it was amazing, but surely not.
Yeah.
And then it went dark. The rain started and the first chord, and you're like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, and people were either like nuts. Everyone was either dancing, going crazy, having the time of their life, or like booking it
running
for the
from
exit.
the rain, as if you're not about to walk in the rain anyway. So whatever. La and I were the dancers. We stayed, and I just couldn't even tell you where I was. Completely lost all concept of life.
Oh, it was amazing.
The weirdest and most amazing experience in the world. Just blacked out in the rain, like soberly blacked out. It was amazing. No one else was there. It was super cool. What else? Anything else that day that happened at Music Fest? I feel like we stayed near the hibachi place and we ate that for the first time. It was good. Only one. You had a piece of questionable chicken.
Yeah, I still ate it.
I didn't. I put it to the side.
I like kind of pushed a man when we were in line for the hibachi.
You did, and I missed the whole thing.
Well, he like knocked into my back, knocked my hat off. I put my hat back on, and he still like I guess he was trying to get through.
Right.
But he was a grown man.
Yeah.
Like literally, I kept like hitting me, so I just kind of like turned around and like pushed him back off of me like that.
Bye.
And he like whipped his head around and was staring at me, and so I just turned. Luckily at that time, like Molly and then we're walking back by, so I just started like talking to them and ignoring him because I don't think he knew who did it.
Yeah, right.
But I was for a second, my heart was racing. It's like this grown man's about to hit me back.
No, he
like,
would not have.
Yeah.
No, ma'am. And if he did, that would have been the last thing he did. Literally,
I got hit in the head with like a neon thing too, like the which I don't know. Neon night was the night before, but a bunch of people still had glow sticks, and I don't know if you noticed people throwing them or whatever.
I noticed the night before, but I didn't notice that night.
Yeah, but I think it was during Carrie Underwood, something like hit me in the back of the head, and it was like a little neon stick that someone had threw.
I didn't even notice that. I didn't notice anything. I'm just so out of it when we go there. Like I just try to focus on like where we are.
Yeah.
The guy in front of us, I didn't think he was drinking that much until it was like right at the end, and he was like leaned over, like holding himself up on his knees, and I was like, oh no.
Was that the guy that had the short little girlfriend?
No.
There was these. I have this on my list. There's like this couple in front of us. So it was like a tall guy and a really itty bitty little girlfriend.
She was tiny.
Yeah, but he was like pulling her hair and stuff. And at one point she was like pinching his nipples. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
But he had on like the sleeves like cut off of his shirt, I guess, and like and she was like pinching his nipples, and he was like pulling her hair, and I was like, you guys are in public.
Didn't he have overalls on?
I think he did.
Yeah, he kept picking her up, and like she was wrapping her legs around him.
Yeah,
like Notebook style, except not cute.
Right.
And they were just full-fledged making out. And then whenever I didn't write this down, but it makes me want to vom thinking about it. She was like up against him with her hand like on his neck, and she had on nails. And she was like rubbing his skin, like scratching him with her nails. And all I could think is that sweat.
Oh, gross.
And sickness that is going under her fingernails right now. And I was just like, in my head, they were just like piled with like skin cells and sweat.
Yeah.
It was sick. I was like, please stop. I literally wanted to like slap her hand, like, please stop doing that.
Don't do that.
Like the making out, whatever, but this is more gross. I need you to stop. But she literally was like,
she was tiny.
4 foot tall. I mean, it's tiny.
There's one more thing that happened on the last day.
Oh my God,
it was
what?
like we were 30 minutes away from walking over, and we went outside to like take our pictures, and we were like, we need pit vipers.
Oh yes, that did happen.
Yeah, so we literally like ran to Broadway real quick, got pit vipers, went back home or whatever, and my mom put them on, and she was like, yeah, they look like a vibe.
I love your mom.
And so
she says
she's like,
so
they look like a vibe, and I was like, they do look like a vibe, Mom.
They do. Oh, we did do that.
Yeah.
Just spur of the moment, decided we needed pit vipers, so we went and got some. and I've been wearing them every day.
Yeah, I've worn them more than I thought I would.
I've worn them
because Mom, when we got back, she was like, "Are you ever gonna wear those again?" And I was like, "Yeah, the 4th of July," because they are like red, white, and blue ones. America. But no, I've worn them more.
Oh, I love them so much. Yeah. I wore them yesterday in the hayfield. Love them. Speaking of hayfield, I was driving the tractor. This has nothing to do with anything, but I'll tell it anyway. I've driven tractors my whole life, but this was a dumb decision that I made on my part. So this tractor, I had a spear on the front and a spear on the back, so I get 2 hay bales at a time and move them through the woods on this like old roadbed to an open field where they were going to get picked up. And I was just like driving, all of a sudden I was like, the tractor feels light. What is going on? And I look back and I lost a whole bale in the road. It was just like in a mud hole, and I was like, oh. So I had to like back all the way down and get it, but that's not the story. Got to the field and dropped off both the hay bales, went to turn around to go back to get more, and Jake had texted me, so I went to grab my phone. Oh, new tractors now come with a little phone slot.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So grabbed my phone out of it and hit a bump, and just, it was like slow motion, fumbled my phone.
Oh, no.
Lands on the ground, and I happened to see it, and this particular tractor, when you let off, it stops. It's like automatic braking. Look, and it's like in between the front tire and the back tire, and I was like, what do I do? Because either way, if I back up or pull forward to try to straddle it, I'm going to run over it.
Right.
And I didn't want to do that.
Oh, no.
And I didn't know that there was a parking brake. So I just turned the wheels really sharp and jumped off really quick and like went under and grabbed it. And the whole time, like, I'm going to get run over and kill myself.
Right.
Like immediately. Like that happens a lot actually. But I risked it for the phone. So there's that. Could have died yesterday, but didn't.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know what made me think of that, but it did.
Okay, Music Fest questions.
Carrie Underwood. Well, though I was gonna say something about Carrie Underwood. Now I cannot remember what it was. Oh, did she actually fall off stage and get hurt?
I don't think she got hurt because she performed again the next day, but she did fall.
Did she fall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our aunt has like a video, and like at the end.
Watch it. I should have watched it.
Oh yeah, I saw the video. She definitely fell, but she had on little stilettos. The stage was soaking wet, and as she was like leaving the stage, she went to step down. I guess there's stairs to get down, and you can just see like in Rhonda's video, like you can see her like her head, like she slid down the stairs.
Yeah.
But I like looked on her Instagram, and the next day she had posted a picture at wherever she performed, and I like zoomed in. She didn't have no bruises or nothing, so I think she was fine.
So the ambulance that almost hit me wasn't her?
Yeah, we thought it could have. Okay, so she fell. We saw the video. The video looks kind of bad, and I'm pretty sure she's been hurt before, like falling on stage or something like that. But like me and Mom and Meg like left before my like cousins and aunts and everyone did, and as we're like coming out, the gates like to Music Fest opens, and at this point the fireworks are already going off, so like she's already off stage, and an ambulance is coming out, so the guy like stops traffic. Meg was still walking, and like he cut me and Mom off, so we're like reaching for Meg. We're like, no, like slow motion reaching for Meg.
Turned around, I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you stopping?
Yeah,
I black out, bro, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, there's like a cop and an ambulance, like, oh my god, wow.
But so we weren't sure if the ambulance was Carrie Underwood or not, because when we got back, we heard about her falling and stuff, but I don't think it was. No. And if it was, like, it could have maybe protocol, like when you're a performer and but maybe was, maybe wasn't.
Okay, well, hopefully she is well. All right, questions. This may get a little wordy, so bear with us because I feel like our answers are going to be crazy. These are pretty simple. What was your favorite set of the whole weekend?
Yeah, I feel like Carrie Underwood.
Yeah. I think because the nostalgia of it, that would have been the favorite.
Yeah, Lee Brice was surprisingly like he
was so good.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much. Like I've always liked Lee Brice, but I just didn't think he'd be like a performer like he was,
and he definitely was.
Yeah.
Which artist was best dressed?
I'm gonna say Megan Maroney. Absolutely. Because this like it was just
absolutely
like I would wear that.
Oh, those I dream about those boots daily. Which artist surprised you the most? We just kind of answered that. But
I think Lee Brice.
Yeah. And Oliver Anthony. Is that his name? I always get it backward.
Yeah.
Okay, Oliver Anthony. We talked about this on the video. I went in with like, I don't like him. I don't like it. Now I love him. Yeah. I think he's fantastic. I love the bluegrassiness, the like soulfulness. So
and just like
switched me into a
talent.
fan. Yeah. Absolutely. And he doesn't even try. Yeah. Like he doesn't have to. I mean, he does. Like that sounded bad. he doesn't have to try. It just happens.
He just sounds like that.
And he said he was super nervous and you couldn't even tell besides like him like not looking at the crowd. But I wouldn't either because that's scary.
Yeah. And so, considering he hasn't even been doing it a year, like, you know, it's insane.
So I think he surprised me and definitely Lee Bryce surprised me. Gavin surprised me in the worst way. So whatever. I'm not talking about it anymore. Would also love to hear where y'all shop for your outfits, Sheen.
Yeah.
Sheen for my clothes. We go a little hard on the boots, but Sheen for our like my clothes anyway.
Yeah, my tops are all Sheen. My jewelry's kind of a mix of like Boot Barn, Sheen. Boots are mostly like Freebirds and stuff. Yeah. And then my shorts are all Levi's. I love the Levi 501 high rise.
See, I need to get some. I don't have any Levi's.
They're the best.
My boots, I wear a lot of Dingoes. I love Dingo boots. Sponsor me. Just kidding. But really. I think one pair of boots that I wore, I did get on Amazon. I don't know the brand. Those white ones that I wear a lot. They're from Amazon. And that's why I don't mind wearing them to like festivals or things like that because you can literally magic erase them because they're not real leather. Did I wear anything besides Dingoes in those? No. Oh, those ones I got the first night. I cannot remember where I got them. It's not Nasty Gals. It was a different website that I got those boots, but I would not recommend because my feet are still destroyed from them. However, they are super cute. Were all your boots Freebird?
No, my one pair was I think Fashion Nova. Those were my most painful. I literally like
the fold over ones.
Yeah, I got Dr. Scholl's that I've like for that night because I was like, I know these are gonna hurt, and they still.
And you still sat down a lot. Was that Morgan Wallen night?
Yeah. They're super cute, but they're painful. And then the pair I wore the last day, my red pair was my first pair of boots. Ever.
Yeah, I didn't know that until you told me. Those so cute.
Those are I think Laredo's.
Yeah,
but that's my first two were Freebirds.
Okay. Curious on pricing, parking, and how to get the best spot to watch.
Okay, so pricing, I want to say it's like usually like 300 or so, which
like
for
260.
Yeah, for 4 days of art, like we saw, I think maybe 12 people, and that's not even like there was more people there than that. So like it's really for general admission, not very bad. I don't know about super VIP because we've never even had any interest honestly in doing that. But parking. Obviously, I feel like being walking distance is the best,
ideal,
especially if you have like if you plan on drinking any and stuff like that.
Right.
But parking wise too, there's like an official like CCMF parking lot.
Is there?
Yeah, there like you can buy like a parking pass and you get to park in the lot and you can walk over. And I think they might even have shuttles. But I do have a friend that did that, and I will say she said it was like if you are like doing the shuttle, like waiting to get back at the end of the night, it's kind of miserable because everybody's headed there. We got lucky last year. We found like side road parking that was only maybe a 3 or 4 minute walk, and it was maybe because it was just like a parking meter. It was like what $9
a night.
Yeah. So I think parking wise, the best thing to do if you are going to drive and park is try to find side road parking because not many people are looking for that. Oh yeah. I mean, and it was like we didn't even have to like.
You just download
people
an
don't
app.
do it. Yeah, people. So like there was easy to find a spot every night. Finding the best spot
to watch.
Yeah, I feel like the earlier you get there, the better. Because like the nights we got there at like 6:37, we got a lot closer than the nights we got there closer to 8. So it really just depends on what time you come. Some people line up to get in. The gates open at 1, and if you want
11.
Yeah, if you want to be at the very front behind Super VIP. You get there when the gates open.
But last year we ended up at the front behind the VIP. So they have like a gate, like barrier, like you can't get, there's like a fence. You can't get past it or whatever to VIP. So it's they
have their own area.
Yeah,
their
like
own
you
food
can
trucks,
tell exactly
bars,
where
everything.
they are.
Yeah.
Right. So, but after it rained during Lainey's performance last year, we came back because we waited in like a restaurant or whatever to come back after the storm, and we saw Miranda Lambert. And we were right there at the gate. And then this year, we went anywhere from like midway to the gate to all the way to the back. And I will say that I didn't feel much different from the time we were up at the front to the time we were at the back because you can still hear very clear. You have hella screens to watch. Like there's big screens everywhere. You can see everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed myself, even when we could see the stage, I was looking at the screen.
Right. Because
so I wouldn't put too much pressure on yourself to get like a good spot.
Yeah. Because when it's, I mean, there's 40,000, the final count, I think was like 40,000 people
That's
there.
insane.
And so if you're not honestly in super VIP or right behind it, if you're kind of at that midway point, you can barely, I mean, they're like the size of like your fingertip.
Right.
Like they're small. You're not really, like you said, you're not watching it. You look at the screen and it's literally just as fun, you know, being because you're there, you're hearing it live, you can see everything on the screen. So yeah, I mean, I don't think
it's really a preference.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I think we had more fun when you're able to kind of move and breathe and not just be all up on top of other people.
Yeah.
Like we said before, it never felt, when you're there and there's no rhyme or reason and there's no like, there are supposed to be like pathways for people to walk on or walk through the crowds. You're gonna have people in and out regardless of where you stand.
Absolutely. And you like can't get pissed about it because that's what
you
it is. You just have to expect it. Yeah.
And so really, if you go the first night you go, if you go on Thursday, it's going to be a little different because there's less people there. So you're probably going to have a little bit of a quote unquote better experience, especially with finding somewhere to stand, whatever, put your blanket down, all the things. But I personally liked being at the back because all of the things are back there. All of the, like, if you want to go to the merch tent, if you want food, if you want drinks, you don't have to fight too much of a crowd to get back there. Because people, like, the same person was like also about food and bathrooms. So there's food everywhere. There's different vendors set up literally along all the sides of the place. From hibachi to hot dogs, like you can choose whatever.
Yeah, they even had like tropical smoothie, Bojangles. Like, I mean, literally,
we saw a guy with like a whole thing of fries, like a huge thing of fries.
Bojangles tray. Yeah.
So the bathrooms are also, I think there's 3 different bathroom places that are lined up on the like the outskirts of the whole field.
Yeah. It's just a whole bunch of porta potties.
Yeah, it's pretty simple to get to. I've actually never used them because I actually refuse.
I don't think I had to this year, but I did last year.
See, I don't think I have any year. Well, I've only been twice, but I don't think I did last year or the year before. I try to go like right before we get there and just pray that nothing happens.
And if you do go, like there's not really, because like there's a couple times we walked with like mom and stuff, and there's never honestly a wait because there are so many porta potties. I mean, there's always going to be one open. It's not like it's difficult to find and use a bathroom there.
And she said, would you be giving up your spot if you went to go get food or to the bathroom? And I don't think so, especially if you're there with a crowd, which I would recommend going with a crowd.
Yeah.
Like, get a bunch of girls or a bunch of couples together, go with a group, because it's just more fun. And you have people left there to hold your spot, which is what we always do. Like, we never go anywhere as a whole group.
Yeah. I will say, I think if like say it was just me and you there and we went to go get food or something, I feel like at that point you probably would lose your spot because people just, unless you have a blanket down and stuff like that and leave your blanket there. Because I did see there was a couple near us that had a blanket and they left and like came back
and they were fine.
Yeah. So I think like if you have a blanket or something marking your spot, but I feel like if it's just you know,
standing,
your body.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
Leaving,
if it were a couple people, you would definitely lose because I mean, even without even thinking about it, if someone in front of you moves, you gradually go forward.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I noticed we did that one of the nights when we were closer to that little bar area in the middle.
Yeah.
That we like ended up moving forward unintentionally. But I don't think it's not that hard to go get food or go to the bathroom during the performances. Not. I would definitely go during a performance versus waiting until the break because everyone goes during the break. So that would be some advice.
Yeah, just pick a song you don't care to miss.
And you can hear. I mean, you can still hear. It's not like it's
speakers
crazy.
Are everywhere. Yes. I mean, you can even hear a little bit like if you're outside of like the Music Fest fences. There's even like a motel right there where people will stay in the motel and not even buy tickets and just like watch and listen because I mean, there's speakers everywhere. You're not gonna have to worry about not hearing. No,
you're not
happening.
Gonna miss anything. Outfit recaps. What was your favorite outfit of the weekend? Like
as a group or by
well, both. Whatever.
Yeah, I feel like group wise, our best like as a group night was neon night. Like I feel like we just all looked the best neon night, and I think my personal favorite outfit on me was I don't know. I really did like the neon night. I liked my first night, that little like silky like
I like
strapless.
That a lot on you.
Yeah, with my little like split
I think that was my favorite one on you.
I liked that one a lot too. But honestly, all of them.
All of them.
Yeah, I love them all.
Orange always does look good on you though, but I think the first night, I like that outfit the best on you.
Yeah.
I think that shirt was really cute.
What was yours?
Oddly enough, I think neon.
Yeah.
I like that vest.
Yeah. No,
I
that's
don't
a good
know.
outfit.
I don't know when I'm going to wear it again or like what I would wear it to, but I thought about getting, cause it has like a bunch of different colors in it. I thought about getting some kind of like tight fitted dress, just plain colored dress to go under it. Maybe I think that'd be cute.
Yeah.
To kind of like make it more modest than it was. But yeah, I think neon was my favorite. And then I did like, red, white, and blue, cause I wore one red and one blue boot, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But, like to me that it bothered me, but also I liked it at the same time.
Yeah.
And then as a whole, I think neon.
Yeah. I think like our whole group, neon night.
I only got on the page.
We did.
So, okay. Anything else about Music Fest or Hardy? And then we can move on to other things.
No, I did I finally found out, you know how I was talking about if y'all watched like our vlog or whatever, I was taling about a mini peacock. It is called a peacock pheasant.
Oh, so we were all over it.
It's kind of like a hybrid, and it literally just looks like a miniature. I literally Googled what bird looks like a mini peacock, and it's called a peacock pheasant. Yeah.
Peacock pheasant.
And they're pretty much just like cute little small.
Oh, they are cute.
Yeah, isn't that cute? So like you can see where I thought a quail was a maybe.
That? Yeah. I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
So we were all over it.
We were.
Okay. Let's see. What else? I think I'm having a midlife crisis.
How come?
I want a face tattoo.
I think we should do it. Mom, quit listening.
Yeah, everyone cover your ears. But I'm not that bold.
Yeah.
I'm not that bold. So I would want something that's like skin toned or light in color. I don't want like a black ink tattoo on my face.
Yeah, that's what I want, like freckle looking.
Yeah,
you know, like some kind really of cute little, like a little small heart star, something like that.
And I want a piercing of some sort.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I want. And then I did that filter or whatever on TikTok and was like, lip piercings are cute.
Yeah.
But
and
I
you
don't
have
want a scar.
Yeah, you have like that, the perfect bottom lip for that. Was it called Ashley?
I think so. Yeah. But I don't want a scar.
Yeah. And you do get scars with lip piercings.
And I'm too old to get piercings, I feel like. I don't know. Last week or the last time we recorded, we were talking about history and how our teachers used to roll in the TVs. Schoolhouse Rock is the show that we used to watch.
Oh my God, yeah.
One of my friends texted me, was like in all like Schoolhouse Rock, and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Like,
she was watching the podcast or listening to podcasts or whatever. No, but she started with something else. But I was like, Schoolhouse Rock, what is that? And that is what it is.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it's called.
Now that you said it, I can literally picture the little
little thing. I'm also currently obsessed with Charlie Hull.
Is that a person?
Yep. She is the John Daly of female golf.
Oh, I've seen you post her on Facebook. Yeah,
I'm obsessed with her.
Smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, know nothing about her. Pretty sure she's like British or Australian or something. Obsessed with her.
I had a dream about John Daly.
Did you?
Literally as you said that, it like clicked
in
my
brain. What did he do to you?
I don't remember. I just remember that there was a dream and John Daly was there.
Was he wearing flame pants?
He was wearing crazy pants for sure. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, he was.
I love him
in my dream.
My friend texted me after we talked about John Daly he's been a recurring character.
Get him on the podcast.
Yeah, please come to our podcast. We're in 7 countries. My friend texted me and was like, he grabbed my butt at a Hooters event, and I was like, ew, that's so gross.
Yeah.
Which is super gross, but at the same time,
it's on brand for him.
Right. Oh, duh, yeah. But at the same time, you get to live the rest of your life telling people
John Daly grabbed
that he grabbed your butt and then tips you $100 because you started to cuss him out, and he apologized by tipping you $100.
Yeah.
So who really lost here?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Honestly, he probably gets away with it a lot. Like, I'm sure he's grabbed plenty of girls' butts, and most of them are probably
We should not just grab butts.
Right.
But it's John Daly.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Very on brand for him.
All right, what's something you have on? We have the same thing on our list.
I was just about. Well, first I was gonna say, okay, so before we went to Music Fest, I was like shopping and preparing and stuff, and I went to Ulta to get a couple things. And as I can never go to Ulta again, y'all. Literally, as I was checking out, I went to reach in my purse to grab my keys, and I had a lip liner in my bag that fell out with my keys, and I like bent down and grabbed it real quick and shoved it back in my purse. And like the lady behind me kind of looked at me. And as I'm walking out, I was like, oh my God, they think I stole the lip liner. And I swear to God, I did. Like, I could never steal anything in my life. I just, like, my conscience would not let me.
No, not at all.
But yeah, like, I guess, like, because I just grabbed it real quick, shoved it back in. Like, I can see how it looked like I probably swiped it while I was shopping and put it in my bag.
And then dropped it.
Yeah, but I was like, they think I stole it and I'm never going back. I literally, like, called Colin and I was like, I'm so embarrassed right now. And he was like, nobody thinks that.
I feel like no one thinks that at all.
But I feel like if someone was in front of me and they, like, dropped makeup out of their purse while they're in Ulta, I feel like I might, like, they think I stole it.
I don't think so.
I didn't. So
I don't think that they think that at all.
I hope not, because I'm literally like, I can't. I'm gonna have to go to like a different Ulta than that one because I don't know. But
that's so funny. I don't think they think that at all. I think you might be overthinking that just a little bit, but I also would probably feel the same way.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, I promise I didn't. But okay, so we have the same thing on our list.
We do, and we've already kind of touched on it, sort of.
Yeah, have we? Bats.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all. Okay, so Taylor Momsen, she's a metal singer. She was also an actor on Cindy Lou Who. She was also on Gossip Girl.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, but as she was singing a song about like witches burning, a bat flies and lands on her dress.
She has no idea.
Yeah, she had no idea. Everyone in the crowd was like pointing and like stuff like that. And finally at the end of the song, she's like, y'all are telling me something and I don't know what y'all are telling me. And she like turned around and walked back and there's a bat like hanging on her dress. Yeah,
he was just chilling there the whole time, like on her thigh.
I'm like, I would have left him. Like I would have kept him forever.
Yeah, I think she went to like touch him and he flew away. But I watched it so many times because it literally just swooped in, and out of all the things to land on was her leg on her dress. And she, at one point, I thought she was gonna smush him.
Yeah,
because she was like dancing. Yeah. Oh, it was so cool.
He was like, the bat was like, I'm safe here.
Yeah,
she gives good vibes.
I literally clickbait got me because it was like she bit the bat, and I was like, she Aussied him.
Oh, no,
she didn't. No way. And so I went and clicked on it, and she didn't. Obviously, it just landed on her, and she literally like
well, I think someone had to like come help her get it off because it was kind of like in her lace. Yeah.
But they had like a rag, but it ended up flying off by itself.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty cool that happened, especially to her.
Yeah. So, here's something I have on my list.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever done it. I definitely haven't. So there's a meme going around, and it was like, okay, bugles, obviously, that's the first thing you do when you get bugles. You put them on your fingers.
And put them on my fingers.
But I've seen people do that with olives. Have you ever put an olive on your fingertip?
No.
I was like, are y'all really doing that?
An olive?
An olive. People are like, I guess taking the pit out of an olive and sticking it on their fingertips. And I'm like, I have never had that urge to do that.
No, but I eat olives all the time.
And a bunch of people are saying they do olives on their fingers just like they do bugles. And I'm like, that's not the same. First of all, I've never had that thought when looking at an olive.
You're dealing with two different types of people here. Because an olive eater and a bugle eater, I feel like are two different. I'm both, but I feel like there's just two different categories.
Not the same, yeah.
Right. And as a person who enjoys both snacks, bugles 100% to this day did it yesterday. Put them on my fingertips.
Well, I've never touched a bugle and not immediately put it on my finger.
I have nails now.
Yeah.
Claws. I eat olives all the time out of the jar. I have an olive fork specifically for them, and not ever once have I pulled one out and been like, I'm going to put it on my finger.
I feel like that would feel nasty.
And it wouldn't even fit. What do you have, baby hands? Like, what are you doing?
And then you have to like wash your hands after because the juices will probably be
like
all
running down into
I just
your
didn't know that people are out here putting olives on their
I've
fingers.
never seen this a day in my life. I guess it would kind of make you look like an alien or like a frog.
And I'm kind of curious now as to what, like now I kind of do want to put an olive on my finger because everyone else is doing it. And I'm like, what's the appeal? Why are y'all putting olives on your fingers?
I don't think there is one.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I don't think that is a thing, but apparently it is. So here we go. That kind of leads me into what we could do. Would you rather put an olive or a bugle on your finger? A bugle.
Yeah, bugle for sure. Because then I don't have to be all juicy and gross after.
So we're gonna learn a lot about law today, and we're gonna play Would You Rather.
Okay.
And then we'll go into a little story, and then we'll see where it leads us.
Okay.
Okay. I have not too many questions. Would you rather go bright purple when embarrassed or sweat so much you soak your clothes?
Purple.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Yeah.
It's given Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Would you rather fart every time you laugh or burp every time you cry?
Burp.
Yeah, me too. I
hate
just would
farts.
love to burp in general.
I despise farts. I will make if my husband has to fart, he has to get out of the bed and go
Leave.
out the door.
That's so
Yeah, I hate farts.
I also agree with that statement.
You can't burp though.
I
Fun
can't
fact.
burp.
Yeah,
I
so
cannot.
you'd have to choose farts.
I would no, because if we're doing like this is a genie or a fairy or something, I'm choosing to have the power to burp.
Yeah,
because I feel like that would just make my life so much easier. Would you rather have a 1-minute conversation with your past self or your future self? 1 minute is a short time.
Yeah, future. Yeah, because the past doesn't it's irrelevant.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I would go past.
Would you?
Yeah, because
for what though? What would you say?
Don't be dumb. Like don't do what you're gonna do.
But your past self wouldn't listen.
And, yes, she would. Yeah, I think so. To me, I'm the only person I listen to. I would be like, in 2010, don't. Just anything.
Yeah.
Don't
just skip that year in general.
Anything.
Just sleep until the next one.
Stay in your room. Don't leave it. Don't do anything in 2010. Okay. If you could reincarnate yourself, would you rather come back as a human or an animal? And I'm going to go on to say, if human, who, and if animal, what?
I feel like human, just because I think that would be cool. You can do more as a human. Like, I love animals. I've always said, I think it would be cool to be one.
Right.
But if I had to live a whole life, I'd like to be an animal for, a day, a week, a month. But if I had to live a whole nother life, I think I'd want to be a human.
Okay, let's make this crazy. And you get to come back as a human. We just said that. As whoever you want to be.
Right.
Who would you be? Like, famous person or not famous person? Who would you come back as?
Definitely,
you would be famous.
In fame.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know if I would be, the head person, but, maybe, Sophie, the girl that, plays the guitar for MGK. That'd be sick.
Okay, yeah.
And she's,
didn't know he had a female guitarist.
Yeah,
so
she's
that's awesome.
sick. She's from the UK, maybe. She's British. She's not from here. She has an accent. Super hot, first of all. She's always dressed in the hottest, coolest outfits and can absolutely shred the guitar. And she's a performer. Oh, it's insane. But yeah, I feel like it'd be fun to come back as her, be the only girl in the group. So she's one of the guys and they all, it'd be fun to be her. And I love obviously him and I would want to be, part of his circle.
That's a very you answer. Yeah. I get that. All right. Would you rather be constantly itchy or constantly sticky?
Oh, neither. God. I would say sticky.
Itchy.
Would you? Yeah. I cannot stand being itchy.
Yeah.
Sometimes my insides, under my knees, literally the insides itch and I can't scratch them at all. Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. It's and it's my the inside of my skin itches. So scratching it does nothing because it's in there.
Interesting.
And I don't like being itchy. So I guess sticky.
That's very strange, Law.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of itchy. This is so embarrassing.
I'm itching now talking about
Stop. I had to pee yesterday as we're working in a field where there are no bathrooms. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was like, I have no problem peeing outside. Fun fact, I'll pee anywhere. I don't care. Does not affect me. Went to pee. So I'm beside my car. I squatted down, doing my thing, whatever. Stood up, and there was this very interesting looking plant that touched me. And I was like, oh, God.
Poison.
I don't know. I made my brother come look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
are you itching yet?
No.
Got a rash or anything?
No, but I also have only had a poison oak reaction once in my lifetime.
Oh, so you're probably not allergic.
And it broke out on my wrist and only made my gray ink and my tattoos itch.
Huh.
It was the weirdest thing.
So
but
weird.
I know it was poison because I had dots on my skin.
Yeah.
But on my tattooed skin, it was only my gray.
Weird.
Yeah, it was super weird. So there's that. I'll keep y'all posted. Would you rather spend the day wearing wet socks or spend the day with popcorn kernels stuck in your teeth?
Popcorn kernels?
No, I wouldn't.
Wet socks are gross, and then you're going to get some kind of bacteria because the
true.
wet's going to grow a bacteria into your nasty feet.
All right, we'll go kernel, and your gums can just bleed all day.
Yeah.
Ugh. And your tongue will go numb because you're trying to constantly dig it out.
Yeah.
I had that happen the other day. All right. Would you rather eat a whole jar of mayonnaise or a whole tub of butter?
Mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise.
I do too.
I love butter too, but a whole jar of it, you'd be pooping your brains out.
You'd be throwing up if you ate that much mayonnaise. Don't you think?
Maybe.
Depends on the size, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather have your brain transplanted into a robot's body or an animal's body of your choice?
Animal of my choice.
What's your animal choice?
Pigeon. A pigeon. I love them so much. Or an otter. I love otters too.
I thought you were going to say otter.
Yeah.
But then pigeon did occur to me. Oh my God. All right. Would you rather speak to animals? Oh, wait. What is this?
What is this? Didn't you make it?
No, I copy and pasted some
Okay.
of them. But whoever typed this left out a word. Would you rather... Oh, no, I left out a word in my brain. Would you rather be able to speak to animals or speak every language in the world?
Animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eliza
I say all the
Thornberry.
time. I would
Yeah.
freaking love to know what my dog... Like, look at him laying there. I want to know...
I want to know what he's thinking.
What's on your mind, bud? Talk to me.
Oh, God, that's funny. Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button in your life? That's the last question.
Pause. I'm all the time thinking, like, if I could just pause, I'll cry talking about it. There's so many moments where I'm like, I just want to pause this moment
You're doing the
and live
snapshots.
in it forever. Yeah.
You're
Pause.
pulling up Pam and Jim.
Yeah.
With a little.
Yes.
Okay. So that was the would you rather. And then I have randomly in my notes, we look a hot mess and I don't have my teeth.
Okay, y'all. I think we might have talked about this a little on the video, but we didn't like say this part. Okay, so we straight off the beach, covered in sand. Me and Meg didn't even have pants on.
No pants.
Went to this restaurant. We walk in. It's a little bit of a fancier sushi restaurant. It's on the beach, so like obviously, I'm sure they get beach bums in there and stuff like that. But man's walking around camera, taking pictures, and after he left, we were talking about how we're not dressed for this. We are not
so
prepared. Yeah, we were
Oh.
not prepared to have our pictures taken. And someone in our group was like, what did she? I can't remember exactly.
She literally, we had kind of stopped talking about it for a second. Like, we just laughed. I was like, we look so disgusting.
Yeah, she was like, bitch,
as a
I ain't even
whole-
got my teeth
Yeah.
in.
She's waiting for implants.
Yeah.
She's waiting to get her teeth done, and so she can't have anything in right now. And she like didn't smile the whole weekend for one, which was sad. But the way she was just like, we are a hot mess and I don't even have my teeth in.
Yeah.
And I cried. It just hit me. It tickled me. It hit me
was so funny. Our whole table was like
it made me
giggling
laugh.
at that one.
And another thing that tickled me so hard was, and this is probably just out of exhaustion, but is exhaustion a word?
Yeah.
That's
very much a
weird
word.
coming out of my
Exhaustion.
face. It was the last night and we had just gotten back. We had been rained on. We all like stripped down to basically nothing in the room. Like our clothes are soaked, drenched. I mean, we were like wringing water out of our clothes.
Me and Meg had walked up 11 flights of stairs.
Oh my God, we did. So I was probably drunk off the circles. I get dizzy very easily. And so going like 11 flights, it just felt like a big merry-go-wheel to me. Merry-go-round? Merry-go-wheel.
Merry-go-wheel.
Whatever that is. Anyway, I was delirious. And I sat down and Law was in the bathroom with the door like kind of closed. I was in the bedroom like packing my bag to leave early in the morning. And Kathy was in the living room. And we're all three talking to one another, but no one can hear each other. It was a whole thing. And I was like, what? And then Law said, didn't you just whisper? And I was like, no.
Yeah, I was like, you heard that too?
And I did not hear whatever she heard. And I don't know why, but that sent me into a different dimension and made me laugh so hard because all three of us were just talking to ourselves, basically. No one knew what anyone else was saying. And Law was like, wait, you heard that?
Yeah, well, like, okay, so I was in the bathroom and the door like wasn't shut, but it was like kind of cracked. And I heard whispering. And at that moment, Meg said, what? And I didn't hear my mom. So I didn't know. She was talking to mom, asking mom, like, what'd you say? And it was right after I heard the whispers. And I was like, you heard it too? Or I was like, were you whispering? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, so it was just whispers.
From where?
Couldn't tell you. I'm not exactly sure. Might have been a ghost in the bathroom with me. I heard whispers.
Oh my God. I don't know why, but it made me laugh so hard.
Honestly, whenever I thought like it was just me that heard them, I was fine. But when I thought that you might have heard them too, I started panicking. Because then I was like, it's real.
The door was like, you heard that too? I was like, no, I didn't hear anything.
I was starting to panic.
Heard.
Because like if I just heard them, sure, I probably made them up. But if like two people heard them at the same time, something's happening.
No, I didn't. Yeah. I heard your mom. Maybe your mom can throw her voice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Anything else you have?
Yeah, I have a couple. Okay. So Kansas City got their Super Bowl rings.
Okay.
I would do anything to get a Super Bowl ring. And I'll never have one because I'm not an NFL athlete.
Right.
I think they're the coolest things in the world. I would literally do anything to have one.
Really?
Yes.
Just
I would wear it every single day.
You'd wear it?
Oh, absolutely.
Somebody would chop your arm off.
Yeah, I don't care.
Take it.
Yeah.
Leave the ring.
Yeah, leave the ring. Take my arm. Yeah, just let me have the ring. I would do anything for one.
I'm going to say something controversial.
Oh, no, you don't what?
I think they're gaudy.
Yeah, that's the point. You just want a freaking Super Bowl. You're one of the top athletes in the freaking United States of America.
The world, really.
Yeah.
Instead of it being so bold and big, I just feel like I would want... So I'm a Panthers fan. Will be for life. Die hard. Yes, it's rough in these streets. I would rather just have like the Panthers head in all diamonds instead of like all the things on there.
Oh, I want all of it.
Okay.
The more,
I love them. I respect them.
Yeah. Oh, it's phenomenal.
I think they're overpaid. That's a whole other thing. But I could see you wearing a Super Bowl ring.
Oh my God, I would love it.
Which finger would you wear it on?
I'm a pointer.
Pointer.
Yeah, I'd go pointer.
So that everyone sees it.
Yeah.
I would go middle.
Oh, you that way. You need to go that way.
And even if it's not, it's like using whichever hand it's on to do all the things.
That way.
I would wear middle, I think.
So you can be like...
Yeah, absolutely. With a Super Bowl ring? Yeah, I'm going middle finger for sure. Because I'm sure you get to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which finger did he put it on?
I don't know. So the video I was watching was obviously Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce. And I mean, they all already had multiples on their fingers. Yeah. So I guess they had to go with whatever finger they had left, which is freaking wear all of iconic.
That is iconic.
Yeah. I literally, I got watching the video. I mean, I was set, like, I felt like I was there getting a Super Bowl ring, which would make me think I would like to have one. Cause I was just like, that excitement. You're about to open the box. So there's like a screen, there's a lock code on the box, and the screen was like, the numbers were rolling to like tell them the code that they needed, and it was like, of course, 777. It's like as soon as the code hit, they're all like trying to do it to like get their box open. Mm-hmm.
Why was it 777?
I don't know, but I think Travis was like,
to that?
I think so, because Travis was like, oh, I knew it would be that. Huh. So I guess there's some kind of but
have they won 7? Is that a dumb question? As someone who watches football,
maybe, I don't know, but because I mean, neither of us are necessarily Kansas City.
No, I'm not a
fan. They're in my top 3, which yes, I have like 3 favorite NFL teams, whatever, kiss my butt, but
kiss it.
But yeah, it was like I could just feel their excitement. I was like, and I love them. I know there's a lot of like some people are like hate Pat Mahomes. I don't hate them. And Travis Kelce, of course.
I love the Kelce brothers as a whole. Mm-hmm. I lean more towards Jason. Jason is cool.
He's more your like
absolutely
kind of person.
Right. I love a funny guy. I love a funny guy who wants to take his shirt off and slam beer. Mm-hmm. That I have that shirt. Actually.
And I love a flashy, cocky
you
guy.
Do.
Like Jake Paul, everyone hates him.
Do.
I love him. Travis Kelce, flashy, cocky. I love it. I live for it.
And iconic girlfriends.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm more of the funny guy with a little touch of redneck. Mm-hmm. I love that. I mean, he was wearing Brogans.
Yeah.
Or they were Tim's, whatever.
Yeah.
And sweatpants when he took his shirt off and came. He told his wife, I'm coming out this booth.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming out. I'm jumping out of here with my shirt off. And he did it. Mm-hmm. And I have been known to be like, when so-and-so sings this song, I'm taking my shirt off.
Oh, yeah.
And I've done it.
Right.
Might do it tonight.
Yeah.
I won't. I am wearing a tank top underneath, though, just in case.
Right.
Just in case the urge strikes.
Yeah.
You never know. But that fits. That checks.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a top 3 favorite team. Like, I don't think I have. I think I'm just solo.
Pure Panthers all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very indecisive. I mean, obviously, Pittsburgh Steelers is my number one. Ever since I was little, obviously, I grew up. My dad and one of my brothers are, Steelers fans. Yep. Other brothers are Panthers. Mom said she's both because she doesn't want to pick sides.
She can't choose.
Yeah, but mine, obviously, my number one, I'm always going to pull for the Steelers. Number 2 is Cleveland Browns because a lot of the people I love are from Cleveland, MGK.
I was about to say, what is happening?
The Paul brothers and stuff like that. So, I love, Cleveland because they're from there.
Okay.
And then, Kansas City's number 3, just because I love, like, they're iconic. I love Pat Mahomes. I love Travis Kelce. I love watching.
Do you think he sounds
team.
like Kermit the Frog?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
I was like, are we going to be really sweet to him and say he doesn't?
Yeah, no, he for sure does. But
yeah, I did like the Colts one year because Andrew Luck, his last name was Luck. Mm-hmm. The Colts logo is a a horseshoe, and in my head that was so cool.
Yeah.
So I liked them for a season. They were my number 2.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do anything spectacular that year. But that is the only time that I've ever been like, oh, they're cool.
Mm-hmm.
And Jake said that if I weren't a Panthers fan, that I would be a Raiders fan because A, they wear all black.
Yeah.
And B, their fans are like crazy.
Yeah. They fall in line number 4 for me.
Yeah. So I would
they have
be
the 6 stadium, 6 uniforms.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I guess if I were to be something other than a Panthers fan, like if P. Diddy would have bought the Panthers and I had to choose another team because I would have.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only reason that I would leave my team is if P. Diddy bought them. I would go to the Raiders, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even though the Chargers have a lightning bolt, which kind of makes me interested in them. But
I don't like their colors.
No, their colors are not cute.
Yeah, and I feel like colors are very important when it comes to...
I'm also a Braxton Berrios fan.
Yeah? Yeah, oh, God, yeah.
He's super hot.
Yeah.
And he's shorter to be a football player.
Yeah. That's the one that dates Alex Earl, right?
Yes.
And he's the sweetest of them. I don't know if they ever pop up on your TikTok. They're
Always.
like, I love that couple and that whole, like, both of their families and everything. I'm like, I just adore all of them.
So I like him. Not sure I could be a Dolphins fan. I do like turquoise.
Yeah.
And or aqua, whatever.
Yeah.
And I do like orange.
Yeah.
So maybe.
They get a lot of hate too, though, don't they? Like, a lot of people were like...
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, it's football. Everyone's going to hate.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone hates. I mean, I'm a Panthers fan. We've been to the depths of darkness.
Oh, absolutely.
We're there now.
Yeah.
So, okay. Oh, we went on NFL. Oh, speaking of NFL, not this episode, maybe not the next, but coming up soon, I have a bombshell to drop on everyone.
I think we kind of maybe touched on this a little bit
maybe
in the car on the way to the beach.
Yes.
I don't remember.
And I did not tell you.
Yeah, no, I have no
my
clue
bombshell
exactly what it is.
Because when my husband brought it to my attention, my jaw hit the floor and I immediately started researching.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point where I got on his headset with all his Xbox people and was like, send me all you know about this now. So that will come soon because I have a whole notes list about it and it's crazy.
Did you see Chris Brown got stuck in the air at a show?
Chris Brown got stuck in the air. What do you mean?
He was like...
He was flying?
He was like in like suspenders and the ropes had picked him up and he was like up in the air dancing. Well, it got stuck and he couldn't come down. So he's just floating in the air singing and stuff like that. And then...
Did he keep going? He just kept singing?
Yeah. But then he ended up like... He got pissed. Like he was like...
Well, yeah. He's stuck in there.
Yeah. He was like, not gonna lie. Like I was mad. Like he was up there just stuck.
Obviously.
Floating around
what would
like
you
a
do?
little fairy. Yeah, I don't know.
A little fairy Chris Brown.
Yeah, but...
oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That would be my luck, though.
Uh-huh.
I think I saw a crow and a squirrel fighting.
Fighting?
Yeah, on the side of the road.
Oh, no.
I kept going.
What
I
was their
driving.
beef?
I don't know. Probably roadkill.
Yeah.
Wait, squirrels don't eat roadkill?
No.
Maybe the squirrel's partner had died and the crow was trying to eat it.
Oh, stop. I'll cry.
Oh, wait, yeah. Who do you think would win a fight? That was my point.
Squirrels are scrappy. I could see squirrels being feisty, little scrappy, you know.
Not. I'm a crow person. I'm a crow fan.
I saw at the beach, I was sitting on the porch and we were like one row back from the beach when I was there with Colin's family. And there was a snake that I guess had tried to climb a tree and get the babies. And the mom was like defending it away. And I was
squirrel?
like, no, a bird.
Oh, a bird.
Yeah,
okay.
sorry, bird.
No, you're good.
And I was like, you go, bird. Because he was like flying at him and like pecking. And the snake was like retreating, like it ran away.
Absolutely
and I was like,
not.
good for you. Yeah, and I said, Colin's aunt was sitting in front of me. And I was like, there's a snake. And she about like came, like walked on air. And I was like, oh, no, like way over there. You're good.
There.
But yeah, I scared the crap out of her.
I freaking hate snakes with a passion. Okay, I think that's all. Do you want to read a quick little story or no?
Yeah, we can end on a funny little story.
Oh, Practical Magic 2 is coming out.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Colin's never seen it. When I said that, he was like, what? And I was like, okay, we will be watching that.
Yeah, absolutely. On repeat.
And also, Outer Banks just wrapped. I don't know if have you ever watched Outer Banks?
Yeah, I watched it.
You don't love it?
My opinion is unpopular.
I love it. But
Season 1 was obsessed. Season 2 got a little too much.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely going off the walls with it. Too much. But yeah, I still absolutely love it. So they just wrapped. The Summer I Turned Pretty is filming right now in Wilmington. I don't know if you watched that. Huh. That was like the first books, probably some of the first books I ever fell in love with when I was like younger was all of those books.
What's it called?
The Summer I Turned Pretty. And so now it's like an Amazon Prime show.
I remember The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, like actually.
Yeah, like no, actually it happened. Yeah, I remember that.
And then Love Island's back and that's going to be my life in this season. Speaking of snakes, so last season do you know what Casa Amor is? I know you've never really watched Love Island.
No.
So halfway through Love Island, like the girls or the boys, depending on the season, leave to another house called Casa Amor, and they bring in new singles to each house. So the guys get single girls.
GK talking about this.
Yes. And so last year in Casa Amor, there's this guy named Rob. He's from, I think, Alabama. He's a snake wrangler. Like, that's his full-time job. Yeah, I love him so much. But so last year...
What does that entail?
He catches snakes.
Oh, that's what he does. He just catches snakes for like residents and stuff that have snake problems.
I think so. And so last season he was in Casa Amor, and the girl like brought him back, but she was already in a strong relationship. Mm-hmm. So like she was like not actually, I can't remember if she brought him back or not. But he pretty much like didn't stand a chance because she was like, I'm in, but that was the only girl that he had her eyes on. So he's like, I'm not going to force it with other people. Right. But for the first year ever, they brought for USA anyways. They brought him onto this season as a full time. So he's like, full time on this season. And him and the couple he's in, I love them. I think they're going to go on. I think so. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. And he's like funny too. And he's kind of like dry funny. I don't know. I just absolutely.
I like dry humor.
I asked Colin last night. I was like, if I was on the show, who do you think I would pick? And he was like, Rob. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
The snake wrangler.
Yeah.
What if he brought his work home?
I like snakes.
Ew.
And then also Perfect Match is I just binge watch all of that. There's still some seasons that aren't out yet, but Perfect Match is really good, and it's like celebrities from other reality shows. And I asked him the same thing. I was like, if I was on this, who would I be with? And he picked Steven, I think is the guy's name, and he knows my type to a T.
Yeah,
but Steven literally looks like Colin, just like.
I don't know if Jake would be able to pick who I would pick, but I do have a type.
Yeah, I was about to say, I
do have a type.
But your type isn't the kind of guys that would be on reality TV. So
not at all.
Yeah, none of them would be for you. There's always at least one guy that's like...
That you would pick?
Like skinny little white boys with a bunch of tattoos and usually bleached dyed hair. Oh, absolutely. For like sure. My husband looks like that. Michigan Kelly that I love looks like that. The guy Steven on the show that I would like obviously pick. Like that's just... I have a very strong type.
I was talking to my friend this morning about my type of men. Uh-huh. Because I was like, yeah, we're going to Hardy and... I can't breathe. Yeah. Like I literally can't breathe and actually can't breathe.
Right.
And she was like, yeah, I could see that. And I was like, yeah, I literally think he's so hot. And she's like, do you? I was like, yeah, he looks like my husband and Kid Rock had a baby.
He does.
And that intrigues me. Mm-hmm. So there's that. Okay. Let's hear a story.
Okay, here we go. Standing in the kitchen, listening to my husband talk this evening about his day at work. He says he's looking at a drawing that has DB on it and tells a coworker he has no idea what that is. As he's telling me this, my daughter walks through the kitchen, headed towards the door as I'm handing her my phone to take out to the car with her. I'm answering David by, you
can say his name. That's a common name.
Yeah, by saying dumb bitch. You know, for what the initials DB stood for.
Right.
Her daughter looked at her wide-eyed, and I'm thinking to myself, why is she looking at me like that? And before I could finish that thought, it hit me what I said and how it looked. So I'm thinking I'm answering my husband, but it looked like I was calling my daughter a dumb bitch. We all had a good laugh at that.
Oh, that's how that would happen in my house.
So funny.
That is funny. That's
Imagine
cute.
Like walking through the kitchen and your mom being like, dumb bitch. Like,
I feel like honestly, my mom has probably thought that about me. She's never said it though.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Oh, that's funny.
But then I was trying to think, what did the DB stand for?
Like, was it like an artist drawing?
No, it was just like, I guess, a work, like whatever he does for his job. And someone had wrote like DB on it to like mean something.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah. Dumb bitch was my first thought too.
That wasn't even, I literally was like, who is an artist that his initials are DB?
Yeah.
Because in my head, you're looking at a painting. So I don't
a Van Gogh on the wall.
Literally. I was like, oh, what artist is DB?
Drew Barrymore.
She's so sweet.
Love her.
Except she's too close to your face.
Yeah, but
You
not
are
opposed
okay
to
with
that. Yeah. Which, okay,
if it were Drew Barrymore, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
But
I also think my love language is physical touch.
It is 100%. Yes.
Which is because I don't always love, like, I'm not much of like a hugger necessarily. Well, I guess I'm not an initiator, but like when someone like touches me, I love it. And then I'll kind of like people I'm comfortable with. Like if I'm like laughing or talking to them, I'll kind of like touch them. But yeah, I think my love language is physical touch, which I feel like some people just like seeing me out in public would not guess that. But yeah,
no, because we learned this weekend we're not approachable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like at all.
Yeah. There was this occurred same night, 2 different instances. We're standing like in between 2 groups of girls, and the ones in front of us wanted their pictures taken. and they kind of like went around us to get to the girls behind us to ask them to take their picture. And I was like, oh, I guess we like don't look friendly.
We just have that face.
And then like we had kind of scooted a couple feet this way, just like when our family got there, and it kind of like we had to spread out. And it happened again. So there's someone in front of us who wanted their picture taken and went to like the person like behind us or beside us to ask them to take their picture. And I'm like, Meg's literally a photographer.
Yeah, but guys. I don't wear that on my shirt.
Yeah,
I don't want people to know.
Yeah, so we're just like, I guess not approachable.
That's
looking.
fine.
Yeah.
Someone did, and this is probably why I need to not be approachable. A girl did approach me and was like, she clearly said, I love your hat. But I heard her say, can you act high? And so I said, how high? Like I thought we were doing like a skit. I was like, yeah, what do you need me for? What are we doing?
Yeah.
But no,
how high should I act?
Yeah, like what are we looking for here? Like crazy? Do I need to pass out? Literally was like, oh, you didn't say that at all. You asked me about my hat.
Yeah.
So there's that. So maybe we're just not approachable.
Yeah. I mean I guess like looking at us, like we have a lot of tattoos. We have like the dark hair, pink hair.
It's
like,
my face.
Or we have the RBF. So I can see how we would not. Yeah. But then like when people do approach us, we're both like nice. Friendly and giggly and like laughy and
we're super nice people.
Yeah.
We just don't look it.
Yeah. Which I mean I'm fine with.
It's camouflage.
Yeah.
I am wearing a Hardy inspired outfit today. Orange hat, camouflage, loafers.
Yep.
So I'm super excited about that.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Hopefully something crazy in a good way happens.
Are we gonna like get there early and go in early and try to get closer on the front of the lawn?
I think so.
I think we should.
We're leaving enough time to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sweet.
I'm down with that. I'm just gonna eat road snacks and get there as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Are you bringing a blanket?
There's grass there, so I can sit. I mean, I'm fine at Music Fest. It's like
anything.
sandy and dirty and gross. But
disgusting.
Here I'm good sitting in the grass.
Okay,
so
cool.
yeah, Hunter's normally a prepared person, so I don't know if she would.
Hunter
maybe
is the mom of the group.
Which she has everything always.
She literally does.
Whatever you need, it's in her car. It's already in her pocketbook.
Or in her purse.
Yeah, she is very prepared, and I love that so much about her.
I am not that person. I have an arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm prepared for war, but I'm not prepared for wounds or anything.
I'm kind of in the middle. Like in my car, I have first aid kits and like band-aids and like all the things, but like I don't necessarily like if we're not in my car, I don't think to,
right.
Like,
yeah. If we're just out in the wild,
I'm not going to bring it. Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Yep.
It's so funny how different we all are.
Oh, I know.
I love it. Okay. Well, I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
And we will be back with, I'll have to go walk my horse. Actually, I put that in here.
Yeah. She hasn't had the baby yet, which is crazy.
Oh my God. Apparently, July 7th is her absolute last day.
Oh, God.
And that would be 375 days of her being pregnant.
And we're going to be out of town.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. It's destined for her
she
to
won't,
have it
she wants
gone.
you to be gone.
Yeah, because she lays down one time, I run out there.
Yeah.
Like, you're having it. It's happening right now.
Bitch.
And she literally stood up and walked away from me. And I was like, oh, my God. Get back here right now.
Lay down.
Let me see your butt.
Yeah.
And nothing was there.
There was a hat someone had at Music Fest that said, show me that butthole. I think Tony might have that hat too.
She does. Tony does have that hat.
Hilarious.
Okay. Well, I hope everyone has a good week. And per usual, take it away, Law.
Keep it unhinged.
Later.